Today we're going to talk about what I call the golden rule to spend less money. And these are the questions that you should ask yourself before you purchase anything. And about these rules apply about maybe 90-95% of the time. Sometimes you could deviate from them, but really this almost applies to almost all your purchases. So take this into consideration before you purchase something. So the first question you have to ask yourself is, does this purchase give me enough value to make it worth my time? Okay? And this is really a value question and really looks at how much positive value this can give you to your life. So, and makes you think about it in terms of how much you earn per hour and how much time it took you to get something. So let's say there's an iPad. There's an iPad that's, we'll do it here. Let's say there's an iPad that's $500, right? And you earn $10 an hour, right? So 500 divided by 10, it equals about 50 hours of your life to get that iPad. Now, if it gives you a more than enough value, that it will give you at least 50 hours worth of happiness, then the answer to this question is yes. If it's not, you should move on and purchase something else, or do something else and not purchase it, okay? So that's question number one. Question number two is, do I have space for it? And the reason you ask yourself this question is because a lot of times people buy things and they don't even have space for it. And things that you don't have space for in your life, you end up just putting aside and then throwing it away because it's just clutter. And things that you throw away is less money and savings into your own pocket. Okay. So the third question is, will I use it? And this is really funny, but a lot of times, because of impulse, emotional shopping, we buy things we don't even use. Some women out there I know have 12 to 13 different types of clothes that they never use because they simply just bought it on the spot, rather than thinking through the question, will I use it? All right. Now, if you answer yes to all of these three questions, right? So yes, I calculated it's $100 worth. It's at least worth 10 hours of my life, whatever, or in the situation 50. And I have space for it, and you answer that question as well. And I will use it, okay? Then you go to the final question, and this is where, you make your final decision. You have to ask yourself, is it a want or a need, okay? Okay. Now, a need is something that you need to live. Food, water, shelter, insurance, all things you need to live. Or else if you don't have it, then therefore you're in a risky place and you're going to die. So these questions are a need. And if it's a need, you buy it. Very easy. Okay? Now, this is where we get into trouble as American consumers. Want it. And most of the time, most purchases we make, we want. And it really falls into categories, okay? So if you say, yes, it is a want, okay, then you have to ask yourself, okay, I want it, okay, have I saved for it? Or I have money for it. If you do have money for it, and you've saved up there, you've thought about it, and you can buy it, then purchase it. Buy. Right? Otherwise, if you don't have money for it, the simple answer is don't. Okay? And what's funny is that if you ask yourself these questions, these first three, and then go to the final question, you'll find that most of the purchases out there you don't buy. And these are the things that will help you. If you ask yourself these questions, these things will help you live within your means. and be able to spend less money. So thanks for listening. I hope this advice helps you out as it helps me.